Hello, everyone. This is Adele Bernard from Transition Clarity, and I am recording all about the numerology of 2025 for the masterclass. And I'm excited about 2025. It holds a lot of different energy, a lot of completions, um, getting ready for the new beginnings. And if you're not familiar with numerology, it's all about adding up the numbers and what do the numbers mean. And more importantly, what do the numbers mean for you? And I am re recording this um, for a number of reasons, which I won't go into, but hopefully you'll get the same understanding. And I'm always open for questions if you want to, call me or connect with me in some way. But everything has a number. Like in the alphabet, we assign numbers to every letter. And so you can add your name up, or you can add up your birth date to find your life path, or you can find out what number you're in for the year. So, for instance, let's think about 2025. So, if you add the 2 plus the 0 plus the 2 plus the 5, it equals a 9. And what does a 9 mean? Like I was saying, a 9 is about completion, about honoring what is in the past and needs to be cleared, and also what we are getting prepared for. For me, nines have always been special because it's like, oh, what am I completing? What do I have compassion for to move forward? What's the idealism or the humanitarianism that we are striving to do? It is also a time of generosity and selflessness and trying to raise the vibration of humanity to go into a better world. And if you think about the numbers as your birth path or, where are you going to in this time? So, an example I used is a birth date of May 31st, 1965. So if we break that down, it's 0 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5. It equals 30. But because 30 is too large of a number from 1 to 9, we break it down to a 3, right? And a 3, we look at it as like the triad or the creativity, expressing joy, um, self expression. Threes are here to have fun, to have that artistic play, right? But they're also an anchor for when you think of a triangle, the three sides. It's the most powerful symbol we have in all of humanity, right? Because the three is balanced in its own geometric ways. Then I used a different um, birth path. And so I used November 24th, 1967. So again, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 equals 31. Then again, we break it down, which is a 4. And the 4 is all about stability. And think about a chair, right? compared to a stool. The stool has three, but the chair has four legs. So it's stability, it's structure, and hard work and practicality. But they're also very grounded and focused, and they're always building for the future of security. So that's a couple of examples of figuring out your birth path. Your birth path does not change throughout your life. It's what you're born with. You know, it's stable. But what does change is um, when you're thinking about finding out your life path of right now. So when you think about a life path, we can take the same examples of the 05/31/25 2005, right? So we're going to look at 0 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 18, which is a 9. So your birth path might be a 3, but your year path is a 9. So this person is having a completion year in the same time as the world is having a completion year of 2025, right? Take the other example. So we're going to take the 1 plus the 1 plus the 2 plus the 4 plus the 2 plus the 0 plus the 2 plus the 5 equals 17, which is an 8. So having a life path of a 4 and a year path as an 8. So the 8 is all about abundance and prosperity and wealth. Yet, as a 4 life path, we're doing it in security and building structure around this. So it's not just like, well, we're going to get all this money and then it's going to dissipate because we have no structure to it. And so these are just little examples of how you can look at your life, look at how you can move forward and figure out, like, is this the right time? You can also do it for your company. When was your company instated? Take your company date of when you became an LLC or whatever, right? But now I want to go into a little bit about figuring out your name. And this is very fun because your name has different qualities, different understandings. And the consonants and the vowels each mean different stuff. So when you're working out your name, like I said before, each letter has a number attached. So I'll just run through them really quickly. So 1 equals an a J, and an S. 2 is B, K, T. 3 is C, L, U. 4 is D, M, V. 5s are E, N, W. 6 is F, O, X. 7 is G, P, Y. 8 is H, Q, Z. And 9 is I and R. So if you think about it and you take your name, we'll use my name as an example because why not? I'm here, I'm talking. So use the Del Bernard. So on the top, you're going to put numbers corresponding to all the vowels. So I'll put a 1 for the A, a 5 for the E, a 5 for the E, another 5 for the E, another 1 for the A, equals 17, which is an 8. Then we're going to do all the consonants. So a D is a 4, an L is a 3, a B is a 2, an R is a 9, an N is a 5, an R is a 9, and a D is a 4, which is 36, which is a 9. What makes this very interesting is you can add up the 8 and the 9, right? Which will bring you back to 17, which is an 8. So all around me, I'm in that stability with abundance. Because even my name is saying it's abundance in the 8. But what's interesting about doing your name is the consonants and the vowels have two different meanings. So the vowels represent your inner world, right? So my inner world is all about abundance. The consonants are your outer world, which is all about the completion, the closure, right? And when you add them all up together, you still get the 8. So for me, 2025 is saying a lot of completions are going to be happening, but I'm going to be doing it in the abundant way with my birth path of stability. I'm just going to go over each number so everyone has the meaning of each number. So, number 1 is all about new beginnings, independence, leadership. And it's also assertiveness. People with this number tend to be independent, self sufficient, and driven. They are natural born leaders, always ready to take on the initiative to move forward in life. They often pursue their own path and dislike being told what to do. Do you have anyone in your life that's a one? Especially if they're like in their young 2s and 3s and 4-year olds. They're independent. They don't want to be told. They they want to decide when it's bedtime. They want to decide what they want to eat. As a 2, it's all about cooperation, sensitivity, and balance, right? And as we think of the 2, we think about having cooperation in partnership, but also having the sensitivity. They are the diplomats, the nurturing people. People with this number tend to be the peacekeepers and value harmonious relationships. They are empathic, sensitive to the feelings of others, and they have an innate sense of balance. To the number also emphasizes working with others to achieve shared goals. Who do you know in your life that is a 2? Can you relate to them better now if you understood that their life path was a 2? I'll just go over the 3 again. So it's creative, expression, and joy. These individuals with this number are often charismatic, artistic, and communicative. They tend to have the natural talent of expressing themselves, whether through words, art, or other forms of creativity. They often bring positivity and energy wherever they go and are typically optimistic. Are you starting to see a pattern with your 3s in your life? Okay, now we'll do number 4, stability, structure, hard work. And we'll also add in practicality for the 4. People with this number are hardworking, grounded, and focused on building a secure future. They thrive on routine and discipline and often excel in tasks that require precision and attention to detail. 4s are reliable and responsible and can sometimes be seen as rigid or inflexible. How do you relate to some of the 4s in your life? Are they holding you back, trying to say, like, we have to be secure? Take a load off, like, let's really look at this. Do we have a game plan? Here we come to the fives, the freedom lovers, the adventure, all about the change. People with this number are often restless and eager to explore the world around them. They love variety, excitement, and new experiences. Fives thrive in the dynamic environments and may struggle with routine and limitations. They are versatile, adaptive, and have a strong desire for personal freedom. Do you have a five in your life? Are they trying to say, break out of the shell, let's go explore, let's hike the mountain? They keep the fun in all the different polarities. Okay, now we're going to go to number six. Sixes are nurturing. They're responsible. They're about harmony and family. People with a life path of a six are often seen as the caregivers, the valuing love, service, and domesticity. They are protective, compassionate, and tend to be responsible for their loved ones. Harmony is the home, and family life is important to them. And they often take on nurturing roles in their community. We can usually spot a six pretty easy. That doesn't mean they're always the nurse. They're just the ones that are just, you know, like that person that will give you the hug as you walk into the room. Even though it might be a business event, they'll just know. Now we're going to go to the sevens. They're the spirituality, the introspection, the wisdom. People with this number tend to be deep thinkers, seekers of truth, and often have a natural inclination towards spirituality or the philosophical pursuits. They value solitude and are introspective, always analyzing and seeking deeper understanding of life's mysteries. Sevens can sometimes be aloof or distant due to their tendency for introspection. And I find people that have a seven life path, they they can be the outgoing, right? But yet when they do decide to enter into the world, they bring all that wisdom of alone time into every conversation. And it's just a rich conversation. And we have the number eights. The eight's about power within. It's not about power without, it's power within. Achievement, abundance, ambition, right? People with this number are often highly focused on success and material abundance. They are driven, determined, and goal orientated. With a strong desire to accomplish things in the material world, eights are often good with finances and leadership roles. They value efficiency and authority. So they're like, they can be the leaders um, in an organization, but it's more that they're just strive for their own personal inner leadership role. Then we come to our nines, which are the compassion, idealism, completion, and also humanitarianism. People with this number are also often generous, selfless, and driven by desires to help others. They tend to be idealistic, seeking to make the world a better place, and often pursuing careers in service to others. Nines are also the number of completion, marking the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new. And then we're just going to talk about the master numbers a minute. So 11, 22, 33. So the 11 is the most intuitive of all the numbers. It is often seen as the master teacher. It represents deep spiritual insight, intuition, and higher wisdom. People with this number may no, People with this number are highly sensitive and often have a strong connection to their spiritual intuitive side. They are often inspirational, visionaries, and able to see things from a higher perspective. 11s can also be highly emotional and require balance in their personal lives. The master number 22 is the master builder, the practical visionary, the power. The 22 is also known as the master builder, symbolizing the ability to turn dreams into ideas and into reality on a grand scale. People with this number are highly capable of achieving great things through the vision, determination, and practicality. They have the potential for enormous success and can often create something that benefits not just themselves, but also others. 22 carries the great deal of responsibility, but also immense power to make lasting change. And we'll wrap it up with number 33, Master Teacher, Compassion and Healing. 33 is the Master Teacher and the most spiritual enlightened of the Master numbers. It is associated with compassion, healing, and the ability to guide others with love and understanding. People with this number are often drawn to teaching, counseling, and healing professions. They have a deep desire to help others and often have a strong sense of responsibility to make a positive impact in the world. And as we think about all these numbers, we are all the numbers. We just have a certain number that is going to be more proficient, more, I guess, more of our path. Like we came to this earth to have a path of a 4 or an 8 or a 7 or right. And you'll know when, if you haven't done your numbers and you end up doing your numbers in your name, it they always align. Whether it's a number, whether it's your name, whether whatever, you will realize, like as you look back at your life, you've kind of always been that 4, that chair, that solid security, you know, or you've always been that one who's, like not asking for the leadership roles, you just end up there. And it's also just another tool. Don't put your whole life on it. They're just tools. And like all tools, they have their place in time. And more importantly, it's just a little bit of insight into who you are. How do you tick? What's going on? Does it make sense to you? If it does, great. If it doesn't, throw it out. It's just a master class that I thought I'd share because when I started thinking of the numbers of 2025 and how the world is changing so fast, and we've never been here before as a human species. Um, I won't go into the astrology of it, but we're born anew and things are crumbling and it's okay. See the silver lining in it all. Stay on your path of who you're supposed to be. Keep your inner gifts, learn your inner gifts, and shine. And I'll just finish this up with, if this resonated with you, if you want to know more about um, numerology and how it works in your life, or just understanding who you are more, book a one-to-one with me. I'd love to explore it with you as a transition mentor, um, who guides people home. to themselves, to their inner being. And it's letting go of the conditioning, the belief systems, the untruths that we were told we are and we're not. And numerology is just another tool to say, I am the joyous creator, or I am the leader, or I am all about finishing, completing, getting things done. And even though they might resonate with you, but it's also exploring that inner desire, that something that's just gnawing in your heart to say, but I'm also all these other gifts. And these gifts are unique to me. And how do I bring them to the world so I can shine my light? So um, I'll just end it with that. I thank you for listening and um, checking up the numerology. And stay tuned for the next masterclass. It should be in February. So look forward to seeing you.